A crowd of more than 300 people attended one of the last debates between the candidates for governor before Election Day on November 6th. There were some testy moments as the candidates discussed health care, criminal justice reform, and what to do to help the state's economy. Here's a sampling of their discussion on the campus of OSU Tulsa in this ONR Extra.
Economic growth does not come from the top down, does not come from politicians giving your money to big corporations, but it comes from the bottom up. It's a growth from the people themselves as people are allowed to engage in entrepreneurship.
So we've got to sell what we can sell, and we've got to start attracting the industries that make sense to be located here in our great state. And how do we do that? We've got to expand commerce. We only have one commerce department, and I'm going to bring commerce to higher tax states where we have another competitive advantage. I'm going to take commerce overseas.
How we improve the economy and encourage businesses to grow or to come into Oklahoma is twofold. Number one, we've got to start investing in our own people, and that begins with investing in education. The second step of that is to stop cutting funding to the very agencies that were responsible for economic development and growth.
Medicaid has gone from, in our state, from 500,000 people to over 1 million. And other states, we've got to get the able-bodied people off, put work requirements in place, and make sure that we get those dollars into our classrooms.
Hospitals are closing right and left because, in part, of unfunded care that they are providing to people that could be recipients under the Medicaid expansion. So, at the earliest opportunity, we're going to opt into the Medicaid expansion.
As we've seen with the health department and with other agencies such as the Veterans Department, we have serious issues in a lot of these agencies, and many of them that are delivering health care to our people. We've got to iron these out. No amount of additional money is going to fix these kinds of inefficiencies and problems that we have with these agencies.
I just don't think anything's going to change. If we keep electing the political elites, my opponent's been in state government since 1974. Nothing is going to change. Folks, we need a fresh approach. We need an outsider. We need innovative new ideas to change our state. Otherwise, we're going to continue to be in the bottom tier. We have too good of a state to stay there. We need energy. We need innovative approaches. We need new ideas. We need to pull our head out of the sand and look how other states are structured, or otherwise we're not going to have the best roads and bridges. We've got to change the way that we are delivering services in our state. I'll do that as your next governor.
You know, I've heard that a lot on the campaign trail about all the time I've been in government. What I haven't heard is what Mr. Stitt would undo that I did as Attorney General. We're going to do away with the Tobacco Settlement Endowment Trust that now has $1 billion and is spending tens of millions on cancer research, adult stem cell research, and even sending doctors to rural areas of the state by picking up their medical school expenses, because that came as a result of my tenure in state government. We're doing away with the Oklahoma Education Technology Trust that's given computers to over 109,000 students in the state of Oklahoma. That was an accomplishment. The work we did protecting the Illinois River, the work we did protecting our children from tobacco. Are we going to do away with all of those and just throw them out the window and say he's a career politician? The same kind of innovation that I brought to the Attorney General's office, I'll bring to the governor's office. We'll get things done.
We're trying to introduce ourselves to the people of Oklahoma as an alternative to the two establishment parties who, despite the many people within those parties that I respect and think are trying to do good things, the parties as organizations, what they do is they try to capture offices and then increase their power. We libertarians are the people who want to reverse the trend.
You know, day one in office, we're going to end the politics as usual. There's so much self-dealing that goes on. I'm going to fix that. We've got to stop it. Secondly, we're going to take advantage of what's happening nationally. The economy is booming. Job creation, employment is low. There's a move to repatriate dollars. Oklahoma has a unique opportunity to capture that growth over the next 10 years.
to build an Oklahoma that our children and grandchildren, number one, will want to live in, and number two, will be proud of. We can do that. All it takes is the decision that we're going to do it, because all of our problems are the result of intentional decisions of government that have been made over the last 8 years. All we have to do is reverse direction and start building a great state.